Another major concern for parents at this age is toilet training. Many people ask whether 2 years old means it is time to start training. But toilet learning is never just about age. It depends largely on whether the child's nervous system is ready. Signs of readiness include noticing discomfort when wet, being able to hold briefly, or showing interest in the toilet. Without these signals, sitting on the toilet every day rarely leads to success. During this process, setbacks, accidents, and even periods of regression are completely normal. A reassuring truth for many parents is that difficulty with toilet use does not mean a child is stubborn or slow, but simply that the nervous system is still developing. Pressure, blame, or comparison often increases resistance rather than helping. In daily life, parents often ask how they should interact with a 2-year-old. At this stage, behavior does not change through reasoning alone. Children need a stable environment, clear but gentle boundaries, and calm, consistent responses from adults, offering limited choices instead of commands, describing behavior rather than criticizing, and acknowledging emotions before guiding actions can make a big difference. When emotions are understood, children are far more able to cooperate. 2-year-olds are not learning how to obey, but how to gradually manage their bodies and emotions. If you are caring for a 2-year-old and feel exhausted, overwhelmed, or uncertain, it does not mean you are failing. This stage is demanding but temporary. Every calm response and every gentle boundary you provide is helping your child build long-term emotional and physical regulation. These efforts may not show immediate results, but they will quietly shape your child's future development. If you found this episode helpful, you are welcome to subscribe to our channel and share it with other parents going through the same stage. Your support allows us to continue creating thoughtful, science-based content about child development. If your child is around 2 years old, you may suddenly feel that parenting has become much harder than before. One moment your child wants to eat, the next moment they refuse. They can be calm 1 second and burst into tears the next. Toilet habits seem half understood, but never consistent. At this stage, many parents begin to question themselves, wondering if they are doing something wrong, if they are being too lenient, or if their child is somehow falling behind others. From a child development perspective, however, around the age of 2 is one of the most confusing yet completely normal stages of growth. At this time, a child's body, brain, and sense of self are all developing rapidly, but they are not yet working smoothly together. Children start to strongly feel that this is my body and this is my choice. Yet the part of the brain responsible for self-control, planning, and patience is still immature. This creates a very common situation where desire comes first, but control cannot keep up. That is why 2-year-olds often appear emotionally intense and strongly persistent, not because they are deliberately challenging adults, but because they genuinely cannot regulate themselves yet. Understanding this makes a big difference, because it determines whether parents spend each day fighting their child or calmly supporting them as they learn self-control. One of the first things parents usually worry about is eating. Some days a child eats only a few bites, and other days they eat much more. Parents may worry about nutrition or growth, but biologically, a child's growth rate slows down significantly around this age compared to infancy, and fluctuating appetite is completely normal. What often turns eating into a struggle is not how little the child eats, but the tension and control adults bring into mealtimes, such as chasing the child with food, coaxing them to eat, or using rewards and threats to force extra bites. These approaches may seem effective in the short term, but over time they can create stress around eating. From a scientific standpoint, an important principle is that adults decide what food is offered and when meals happen, while the child decides how much to eat. As long as the child's overall health and growth are within a normal range, meals do not need to feel like tasks to be completed. For a 2-year-old, eating is about learning to sense hunger and fullness, not about obedience.